Hey everybody, it's Becky here at SweetHaven Homestead. Today I'm just carrying on with some more of our building projects we got going on. I take care of the little stuff. So I finished the hay feeder that I was working on and the milking stand. I can show you that later. But the biggest challenge, oddly enough, that I've had so far with these animals is feeding time. So at night, it's getting windy, around 6 o'clock I feed them their grain. And I feed them in their pen. So they're here, they're creatures of routine. So they see me coming with food. Every single one hounds the fence, and it's horrible to watch, to see them get everything. They're butting each other and they're fighting. So I was putting them in, I would take the grain and I would put it in these little black buckets. There's 2 of them. So I spread them out so that they are not right on top of each other, and they play, musical buckets going from one bucket to the next. And hopefully they get enough each. The goats are very territorial over it. Oh, such a mess, Dolly. And they are constantly butting the sheep out of the way, and the sheep eventually give up. So it's just not ideal. I find it very stressful. So I'm trying to fix this situation. About 3 weeks ago, I had Poppy make me a trough. It was a wooden trough. And I got it over here. It was a disaster from minute 1. So we had it made. Here it is, let's see. Here. So originally it was just a wooden trough. It had handles. It doesn't anymore. It's been beaten about. And it was light enough for me to carry so that I could take it out, because the sheep were getting pushed around and the goats were getting too much grain, which gives them diarrhea and upset stomach, and it's not good for them. So I figured when the sheep were done, I would just lift it out and we'd be on our way. I could take it out with the extra grain in it. And also, since it's wood and I didn't know what was safe to coat it with for eating, I didn't want it left out where they were going to poop and pee on it and make it dirty and gross. So we did that for a bit, and I had a rope. It's so stupid when I think back on it now, but it had handles. You can see they're broken off now. But it had a rope attached from one end to the other, and I would fill it with grain. I would take it to the fence where everyone's lined up, and I would lower it down. They would eat, and then I would bring it back up again. So unfortunately, one day I was doing this, and the legs aren't on it anymore. It had legs that stuck out. I dropped it over the fence. One of the sheep got caught in the rope, and I went in to try to detangle it, and it got scared, and it took off and dragged this wooden thing behind it, and it swung the wooden trough around and smashed it right into the side of my foot. And of course I was wearing flip-flops, and I had this huge lump just immediately show up on my foot. I freaked right out. I was sure something was broken. It was quite a hit. Yeah, we spent the night in the hospital. We had x-rays. It was just badly bruised. Unfortunately, weeks later, it's still very painful, and I'm still working in flip-flops, which I know is bad, but my foot is too swollen to even get my boots on now. So it's kind of a catch-22. I still got to work, but I don't want to work in flip-flops to have it happen again, but I can't get my boots on. So I'm hoping I recover quickly. It's still very sore. My foot's black and blue and swollen, and it's awful. So that wasn't working. So I thought, okay, I'll take this trough and I will stake it into the ground. So I took my stakes here and I pounded them into the ground in the corral, and I screwed it onto the side. And that lasted about a day before they bucked it and beat it and jumped on it, and it fell. Yeah, the whole side came off and it all broke and fell apart. That did not work at all. So back to the drawing board we go. So I was looking up online something quick, simple, and effective, and I came up with this one where they use PVC pipe. So that is something that's light and low to the ground, and it's also washable, which I liked. So I can leave it out there, they can poop, they can pee, they can do whatever they want, and I can wash it out and not have any problems. So here I went to the Home Hardware, and most hardware stores will only have, what's the biggest they have? 4-inch diameter PVC pipes. I wanted something like 6 to 8 inch. So I went to this plumbing place, and they had this sewer pipe, which was 6 inches. Here. Unfortunately, I've already got it started. I've already got one made here, as you can see. So I took the PVC pipe, because it wasn't a full length, it was like 6 feet they had left over. They just gave it to me for free, which was awesome. A whole length of this comes in 13 feet, and I think it was like $70 for the 13 feet, so not super cheap if you're gonna go that route, but they gave it to me for free, so that is perfect. So I just cut it in half with the reciprocating saw here, and did a decent job. It wasn't too bad, no splintering and stuff. You just wipe off that stuff, sand it off, whatever. And I just attached it to some 2x4 legs. So, yeah, that's as simple as that. So I just have a length of 2x4 here, and I just cut some triangles. I screw the triangles into the long piece, and then I put 2 screws in the PVC into these triangles here, and we're done. So that's super easy, and it's super long enough. I'm hoping that there will be less fighting and jockeying over position. I mean, there's always going to be fighting. It's just the way of the herd, I guess. But I'm hoping this will work. So here we go, our ongoing feed dilemma. So once I get the other one finished up tonight, and I'll show you me feeding them and see how it works. It's feeding time here for all of our critters. We don't have a feed room yet in the barn. I'm just kind of spread out here with everything. We keep our feed in these big garbage bins. Keep them critter and bug free. I've got 2 little bins over here. One is for our minerals. One is for our baking soda. This one's currently empty. This is our cob grain. And over here I keep sunflower seeds and dewormer for the goats, and some special nutrient pellets for the goats as well. So feeding time now. For Maggie, I'm going to feed her first. She's still inside. So she gets 1 scoop of the cob, which is cob for its corn, oats, and barley. And that's what that looks like. And this has molasses on it too. So that's new for me. So she gets 1 scoop of that, and she gets half a scoop of sunflower seeds. I top dress her minerals, and then I also add a little bit of vegetable oil for some fats. So that is her regular everyday feeding. On Fridays, I mix in some diatomaceous earth in with her food to help with natural deworming. So I just mix that up for her. Little monkey. And when the babies were first born, yes, I know it's I was just feeding her from the gate. That's why she's picking up. But now the kids need to learn to eat. So I'm putting it down, and I'm hoping she will teach them to eat. This is what we eat. What we eat. So you see Bay's a bit kind of interested. Yeah, does that make sense? No? Yes. I'm hoping for the time when they will start eating grass and hay and grains, because maybe their poops will solid up. Alright, so she's taken care of. So now we gotta feed the crew out in the pasture. So I do the same sort of thing. I generally like to give 4 scoops for the whole lot of goats and sheep. It's usually a cup per animal, and these are 5, there's 6, 7 out there that I'm feeding, and 3 of them are lambs, so I don't give them a full serving. I put in a bit of sunflower seeds, and I also top dress this with minerals. I don't put that much, I just sprinkle the top. Out in the field, they have free choice for their minerals, but I don't think the sheep use it very much, so I put some on their food just in case. Add that. Mix it up. And I feed the llama separately. He just gets a scoop as well. Some seeds, some minerals. Nice that all of these animals can eat the same thing. It's a big plus. Makes their feeding a lot easier. Alright, so here we are. So now we're going to go out to the field and we'll see how the new trough works. Breathe is so nice. So everybody knows it's time to eat. So I've just kind of sprinkled it in. Some got on the ground. It's a lot calmer than normal. Yeah, oh, I'm so sorry. Where's mine? Where's mine? Where's that? Messy llama, you. So you can see how the goats and the sheep are one's at one end and the sheep are at the other end, because the goats are very pushy, butting them about all the time. That is what it is. No, I didn't. Yeah. So the sheep will not butt her own lambs, but they will butt the other lambs that aren't their own. And the goats just butt everybody. See? Ugh. Baby time is awful. Look at that. Oh dear. So if I put it farther away from the fence, they'd have more room to get on either side. The trouble is that means I gotta go in to feed them. And then I get trampled and butted myself. Yeah.
Remember the feeder that we looked at Buddy's place there?
Yeah.
Build something like that?
Well,